Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joining you today from the White House ahead of a US-China Phase 1 deal, which is soon to be announced imminently. We also heard that UK inflation, CPI, fell to 1.3%, the lowest in 3 years, year on year for December. The Russian Prime Minister also left as Putin targets 2024 cabinet. We also heard in the Asian session that things were a little bit mixed. We heard that the Hang Seng and the Nikkei 225 both fell, but the Australian index rallied. If we look to today's session, we see that the European session is flat, with the FTSE up slightly 0.04%, and the things are more positive in the US session ahead of the signing. We saw that the Dow Jones is up 0.61% and the S&P is up 0.41%. If we move to stocks, we see that US banks have had their earnings. Goldman missed estimates of net income of $2 billion, falling to a net income of $1.7 billion. The share price fell at open 2%, but has since recovered to positive 1.34%. BlackRock posted more upbeat earnings, with net inflows hitting record highs. The EPS therefore beat estimates significantly, and the share price is up this afternoon. If we move to the FX sphere, we see that volatility is somewhat quiet with the US Trade 1 deal to be signed. We can see that the pound is flat today, up slightly 0.02%. This is because it had a huge sell-off after CPI levels came out, and then it has recovered since. If we move to the Euro USD, we can see that the Euro USD is up 0.2% with a weakening dollar. The USD Japan is flat, down slightly as well, 0.01%. If we move to commodities, we see that gold is up slightly, 0.2%, ahead of the Phase 1 deal at 1,550 level. Oil is down 1.16% in both WTI and Brent crude after the EIA crude oil deficit. We also see that in the bond market, the bonds were down across the board. We see that the UK 2-year and 10-year are both down, and the US 2-year and 10-year are also down. The German bond 2-year is flat, but the 10-year is down. Thank you for listening.